How do you know somebody is vegan? Don't worry, Joe Rogan will tell you.
How many vegans wind up quitting and eating meat? I wonder if they've ever done a study on that. Yeah, I mean, people, their answers are they feel better if they think that they're doing no harm. And the way to do no harm is to eat vegan. That the problem with vegans is the problem with vegans. It's not veganism. It's vegans. One of my best friends is a vegan. He's a vegan.
I know some vegans too, and I actually know some vegetarians that.
Yeah, my friend Jake Shields. He's a guy who fought in the UFC, and he's a vegan. He's been a vegetarian his whole life, but he said he's a vegan.
Yeah, when I first started, I mean, I was okay in high school, because I did all the sports, and we'd do maybe a 10K during the summer. So, but then after high school, then I was just like, I thought it was really cool I could buy beer. So I was like 21, and I'd swing by the Riverview Market on the way home and buy a 6-pack of Tall Boys. And
folks, we're omnivores.
What are you talking about?
We exist better. We are more healthy on an animal and vegetable diet.
What do you...
Elk? How much is that? It's fucking zero.
Yeah.
You have if you just eat elk, you have way less impact on the greenhouse gases than you do if you're a vegetarian. And most of them will quit. They're going to quit veganism, and they're going to start eating meat again because of their health.
Yeah.
That's the truth. It's some ridiculous number. Google this. How many vegans wind up quitting and eating meat? I wonder if they've ever done a study on that. Like, what changed? How did it go from you being this guy who quit after 5 miles and you're drinking beer all the time and you're hanging out with a bunch of ne'er-do-wells?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you are an inspiration to millions of people. Like, what's the shift?
I think having kids, so got married, and then Tanner was born in 93. And then it's like...
Well, you know that guy, Dr. Sean Baker. He's the advocate of that carnivore diet. He marks all these people that were originally in that Game Changers documentary that James Cameron put out.
Yeah.
A shit ton of them quit before the movie came out, and they had to pull them out of the movie because they were vegan, and because of health reasons they had a vegan. And I like that these people that are vegans are doing this, and they think this way because they're vegan. Now, what about food? Like, what kind of diet are you guys on?
We all basically eat the exact same thing.
Yeah?
We all just a ton of meat and rice, and we do a lot of peppers and stuff like that.
No one's vegan?
No. When I was doing World's Strongest Man in Botswana, Africa.
No one's vegan?
No. If you're deadlifting to be a better deadlifter, fine. If you're not doing that for deadlift's sake, then don't fucking do it. The risk to reward ratio is a joke.
For deadlifts?
For deadlifts. A lot of people aren't going to like that I'm saying that. But if you go into any NFL gym, in any Division I college football gym, in any athletics where people are actually getting paid.
No one's vegan?
No. It's so hard to be a great deadlifter and to not risk your low back.
James Cameron is on this vegan kick. His wife has a school, and they feed the kids all vegan food, and Arnold's a part of this too.
There was no money in strongman until I made money in strongman.
It's vegan?
And I just was so in love with it, and I just said, oh, this is exactly the thing that I need in my life right now. And so when I sold the Mustang, I gave the money to Lee Keen and got a lifted 911.
I think you can definitely be healthy and be a vegan. Definitely, according to everything this guy was showing me. Everything James Wilkes was showing me.
I don't really want to be a vegan, but I like meat.
When he moved in, I was like, okay, this kid's fucking pissing me off. He's not picking up his shit. He's not doing his dishes. He eats like shit.
My mom did all that for me.
And I'm like, okay, I either could get pissed off and kick him out, but then I realized, I'm like, he doesn't even know. So I'm going to work with him. I'm going to try to treat him like my little brother and help him. And he was willing.
And also, you get a lot of positive reinforcement from other vegans that are very happy that you're vegan.
Yeah.
They love that you joined the vegan. They are fucking true believers. And they are not trying to put together a documentary that states all the facts objectively. They're doing a vegan propaganda film.
And yet, when it comes to the things that we would like to see happen in the country, not on a government policy level, but on a let's have a conversation level and discuss on evidence level, we're on the same page. There's certain core assumptions you have to make in order for that to happen. My argument about America and the West is that those core assumptions are built on Judeo-Christian foundations. Sam's core argument seems to be that they're built on evolutionary biology. We differ a little bit there.
And in that sense, veganism becomes very much like a religion. But a lack of cholesterol can fuck with your hormone functions. A lot of vegans have low hormones because of that. You can do it. I mean, you definitely can eat a vegan and be healthy. But you got to be on the ball. The B12 one is a big one. It's massive amounts. I was reading some crazy article the other day. It said something like 90% of all vegans are B12 deficient.
There was no way I could have prepared for the amount of balance I would have to learn to kind of teeter because, at one point, again, it went from, it was school, then it went from, you know, how much weed can I actually smoke and still play a teenage superstar on the Disney Channel?
And they're, you know, they're different bodies too. Some people, I have good friends that are vegan and they're fine on it. My friend John Joseph, he's a vegan.
I want to do my own children's book series of realistic children's stories because I don't like the idea that we teach them that this is sunshine world and everyone walks on a rainbow and everyone's equal, and you need to say, like, that's not. What are you going to do about it? That's not true. What are you going to do about it?
Can I ask you, were you doing a vegan diet like meticulous?
The strictest you've ever known.
But you doing it intelligently?
To do this, if you had a beef with somebody, you didn't go on fucking social media and talk a bunch of bullshit. You fucking walked up to the person and you said, hey, here I am, and what the fuck? Let's deal with this. Let's talk about it, talk it out. But now you got people buying, following.
Animals eat animals. Plants eat plants. Animals even eat animals. We have some people that have done the vegan diet and have had real hard problems with that diet.
Yeah, but let me just say one thing.
Animals eat animals.
And even if it's not so, you have to have, and that's where delusion comes in, because delusion is only delusional when you don't accomplish the goal of making your delusions a reality.
Right.
That's when it's delusional. I'm an addict, a former addict, and I'm on a narcotic ring. The camera's on me. This is a big narcotic, and maybe that has something to do with it as well. But I like to think it's under control until the night of the event.
The night of the event. You were a vegan for a while, right?
Yeah.
How long were you a vegan for?
A couple of years.
For a couple of years?
Yeah, 5 years.
When did it stop? When did you stop doing that?
I don't know, not too long ago.
It's terrible. There's a guy named Chris Kresser that I've had on my podcast before who's a brilliant guy.
But Chris, first of all, you admitted that you don't even know how to read the science. Is that fair? Do you honestly feel qualified to read even a single paper?
Yes.
But you don't know how to read a forest plot?
I've taken research.
Who's a brilliant guy who is... He's an expert in diet, nutrition.
His second point was the problem with the peanut butter sandwich, to get 18 grams of protein, I think this is a fair point, you would have to eat 410 calories. Right, so can we get slide 20, sweet potato and leek omelette from Chris's site, where the protein is coming. So this is from your site, 18 grams of protein, 410 calories. So sweet potato and leek omelette, the protein coming from eggs, 18 grams of protein, 410 calories. Do you have an issue with your own meal?
No.
Brilliant guy.
So do you have an issue with the peanut butter sandwich having 410 calories?
No.
He's an expert in diet, nutrition.
But you don't know how to read a forest plot.
Brilliant guy.
Dude, even vegans don't get your weird, stupid wannabe sense of irony here. Who is your audience? Nobody gets these dumb jokes. Dude, even vegans don't get your weird, stupid